One of the hardest things about our job is figuring out, okay, do I need to use super deep pressure here? Do I need to just ease in on the tissue? Or do I need to do something else? Right? Like this week, I've been getting so many people who like can barely walk when they come in. They're hurting, they threw out their back, and some of them have been feeling like that for 2 weeks. Just worked on a guy today that's been feeling like that since last Tuesday. It's Monday right now. So for a week, he could barely walk. Limping, and it was hard for him to step up on the curb when he came in. Am I gonna just jam my elbow into his back? Like he's already flared up. So I'm not going to probably do a super deep tissue when he can barely move without pain. Immediately when I get this type of scenario, my thought process goes into everything is flared up and I want to calm it down. And that doesn't necessarily mean like a nice relaxing Swedish. Mostly what I do is gentle stretching, gentle movement of the body. And I always want to move them around in some sort of pain-free range of motion. This is my go-to because what we're doing with this person, we are working through a ton of fear and a ton of guarding. So they're like locking up. As soon as I move, it might not even hurt, but they're like, ooh, ooh. They're so scared it's gonna hurt that they like tense up so easily. So I'm not just gonna like yank their legs around, but I wanna show them that their body can move around in some sort of pain-free range of motion. And so I stay right in there. And it is insane because I'm not even thinking about stretching. If we get to a stretch, great. What I'm thinking about is I just want to show the body that it can move around pain-free, and I build trust and I take down fear, because that's what we're doing is we're working through the guarding, is I'm moving them around in a pain-free range of motion. Like, look, this isn't bad. Like, you can move without pain, and it basically just shuts off. I'm not saying that it's not going to come back or that they're not going to need more sessions or that they are most likely going to need to do some strengthening, because a lot of times that stuff happens because they strained something and then it just threw everything out of whack. But what I want massage therapists to start thinking about is just because somebody's in pain doesn't mean we just jam our elbow into their back. Like there is a time for that, and then there's a time to be gentle, and there's a time to ease into the tissue super slow. Not allowing them to tense up, not putting them into pain, because it's going to flare things up worse and make it worse.